My name is Micaiah McLeod. I was born in Fayetteville, Arkansas in 1981. What brought me to Harbor Village was that my addictive thinking always led to criminal thinking, and some of the criminal stuff that I was doing I felt was catching up to me, so I felt like I needed to make a drastic change. I come from a completely blue-collar, hard-working family. I was a stellar athlete as a kid with the world at my fingertips, and because of drugs, I sold myself short. So I didn't sell myself too short because I wanted to get on top of it. I left everything I know and love in Arkansas. I come from a small town where everybody knows everybody, so it was a big step for me to jump on an airplane and come down to Miami, Florida, like this gigantic big city. I was very, very skeptical at first, but I had a family that loved me and cared about me so much that they were willing to enable me until I almost died from my addiction. So I came down here and decided that I was going to white knuckle it. I cut off all of my enablers, my parents, and said, I'm going to manipulate you like I always have to try to get you to give me money, to help me out, and I don't want you to do that anymore. So I started to do things on my own because of the therapy and the classes and the codependency classes. I was able to kind of reformat my way of thinking and my personality. And the funny thing about it was that being a stellar athlete, I started to exercise again. And they offered that here. We could go to the gym, and it unlocked something that was already there. And I started to really be perceptive about what exactly I put into my body. And the discipline in my exercise routines, and the discipline that I learned in here going to group, and not actually doing things my way, doing what I was so desperate I was willing to do whatever they asked. Like, okay? And I learned life-changing skills in here that I never picked up on, okay? There's always a better way to do something. That's why you should always be perceptive to that. And the discipline in the exercise routines and the groups and stuff spilled over into life. So I become a responsible adult. I become empathetic towards others. And that's what brought me back to Harbor Village, was that this place had done so much for me that I felt that maybe I could give back in some sort of way and maybe help someone else along the way. And honestly, I feel like I'm doing that. I've went back to school while I was in IOP. I have a bachelor's in sports medicine. I'm a personal trainer, and now I'm the guy that takes all these guys to the gym. And I've turned on a light and a flame inside of some of these guys. And I've been able to go and say, hey, listen, this is what worked for me. And you know what? It'll work for you, because you can't get any worse than I was, honestly. I'd been to prison. I had destroyed nearly every single relationship I had ever built. And now I have all of those back. And I'm not a success by any means, but I am definitely on my way. And because of Harbor Village, I've been able to do that. When I was marketed to come here, they were, thank God they were very, very persistent. Because, like I said, I come from a small town where it was very comfortable. And you know what? They called several times while I was in the act of using drugs. And they said, you know what? There's a plane ticket there. Do what you've got to do and just get on the plane. I don't know what it was, but I just had had enough, and I said, you know what, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to open my mind, and I'm going to be open to everything. And I got on the plane. At first, my intentions were a little bit wrong in here, but when I got here, I realized that it was nice, the food was good, the groups were very in-depth, and I got a chance to really dig inside of myself and find why I use. I didn't use because I liked the euphoria of drugs. I used because there was something wrong inside of me and I needed to feel some kind of way. So if you're having any doubts about whether or not you should come down here, just give it a shot, because you know what? I came down here for all the wrong reasons, and look at me now. I'm an employee here. They cater to their employees. They are very, 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 well, what's the word for it? They have a soft spot for people in recovery, and they're willing, if you're willing to work a program and do the next right thing, they're willing to give you a shot, give you a job, and help you along the way. And trust me, I come here every day and it keeps me clean and sober because I get the opportunity to help others. And that's what it's all about. And that's what the program's all about, is doing the next right thing and trying to help the next person.